Welcome, chat, to yet another week. Every week you get to see the progress of perhaps an Avengers like coding squadron. Without further ado, welcome to the week 4 best huddle ever. I'm the GM and owner of this team, Nick Wayne. And today we got two of the four members. We got Sam and we got Tim on the line here. So let's see what everyone was working on this week. Tim went to a football game, the NFL Frankfurt game, I believe. So Tim, how was experiencing football?
What do you mean, Frankfurt? I went to a game in Berlin,
You went to a Berlin football game.
to the football game, like second Bundesliga.
Okay. Well, thank you, Tim.
I even went to another game in Leipzig on Sunday, so I got all the football in. So
Great. Tim also aced his final capstone project. So it sounds like Tim wants to share some of the code that he did for this project.
yeah, I had to do like a secure scuttlebutt thing for school. So I'm glad I got it all finished. And yeah, thanks for the help to get Bob as well. You can see it like on the top left. He really helped me to pull stream.
Wasn't this the thing you said we were going to use for like security for our project?
Yeah, right. Yeah. I got that assignment finished really fast and I got a good grade on it. And now I have time to focus on my project.
Congratulations, Tim. Good job. This week, y'all, what people are working on. Here we are with, I guess, let's go to Sam. Sam, take it away.
All right. Well, after spending 20 hours on that scuttlebutt project for Tim, which I still am not quite sure how that's helping us, but happy that you got a good grade on that. I was able to spend a little time improving our visualizations, as well as working on some model stuff. So first, let's talk about making the dots look pretty. Because if you feel good, you play good, and I want our dots to play good. So we've added to our visualization from last time a little bit. Um, our defender dot size is corresponding to the tackle probability model that we created. So you can see some numbers basically floating with no dots. Those are defenders not likely to tackle. We've got some arrows indicating the speed of the player and the direction of the defenders and ball carriers. That's, I think, for every half second. So where you see the end of the arrow is where they're going to be in the next half second. Added a line of scrimmage. The yellow dotted line kind of indicates where the play ends. And then we've got a red circular radius of within about 3 yards of the ball carrier, which to record a tackle, you have to be within that bubble. In fact, probably should be a little bit smaller radius, but 3 yards is good enough. And then we've got little field of vision cones for all of our defenders and ball carriers. So a player may be moving in one direction but looking in the other. We've got our field of vision, and on this play we can see Jamar Chase catches our cool hex icon ball, runs upfield, makes a few guys miss, and then finally gets tackled by the two defenders in yellow. So our animation's looking a little bit better. It's a little slow and laggy in the slides here, but we'll fix that. We'll continue to work on that. The other thing we worked on the past couple weeks is adding an expected yards model to our tackle probability model. So these are two separate components that will kind of act as our pace components to build on. And I'll take you through a play kind of frame by frame, and then we'll watch the play at the end. But here we've got a catch by Chris Godwin. He catches it about, 10, 12 yards from the line of scrimmage. You can see he's got some defenders right on top of him. Now, the graph to the right on the top is the tackle probability for the 3 defenders in his space. The red line is the guy who actually tackles him, which he's the safety on the 25-yard line right now. Pretty low probability. The guy that's hovering over him has that higher probability in gray. He ultimately doesn't end up making the tackle. Our expected yards model says Chris Godwin might gain an additional, 4 or 5 yards at this point in time. But if we go to the next slide, we'll see a second later that Chris Godwin had actually beat that defender. And so that defender's tackle probability plummets. And we see the expected yards model start increasing. So as a defender, you never want to see that because that means we're, a second and a half into the play and we're thinking that the expected yards now are 10 yards, and that's going to keep going up as we'll see. And Chris Godwin ultimately makes most of these guys miss and eventually gets pushed out of bounds by our defender. So if we go to the last slide, we can kind of see how this play culminates with the safety eventually getting Chris Godwin out of bounds. But you can see kind of how the tackle probability and expected yards models work together. So ultimately, that safety starts with a low tackle probability. That's going to increase until he gets him pushed out of bounds. And then expected yards kind of goes up as Chris Godwin finds space. And as he gets closed down, that's going to go towards 0. So as, Chris Godwin gets to that yellow dotted line, our expected yards likelihood is going to go down. So pretty interesting to see these two models work together. And if we go to the next slide, we can see the animations play out, though I stupidly realized these are not timed altogether. So they might be a little bit off on their timing, but we can kind of see how the play evolves. He beats the defender. The safety kind of takes a bad angle and then ends up behind Godwin. And Godwin eventually gets pushed out, but not after gaining 44 yards. So this is kind of where we're at. It provides a good base for us to build off of. Now it's time to take this type of information and start asking what we can really learn from it about teams, schemes, individual players, etc. So that is our 5 minutes of actual work, and not our scuttlebutt stuff. One thing I will say is our models right now are not that great. So Ghetto Bob's been working in the lab to improve these models, so I'm really excited to kind of see where he's going to go with it.
That's true. Which brings us to a pretty exciting moment for me because I haven't seen the legendary Data Lab himself, Ghetto Bob, bust out some stuff. So we're gonna walk through this stuff. Ghetto Bob is in chat, so feel free to fill in any gaps here. Since this is sort of our first look. So I'll read some of the notes that he sent over on these slides as well. This is doing a group by on the play data, or I guess the frame data, and he plotted what seems to be some X, Y, and time features, which, as I see it, it seems like some. I'm not exactly too sure what I'm looking at, but I guess this is a critical point for his analysis, I would assume. And then he showcased the data, and it looks like he's highlighted tackles, assists, and forced fumbles as good, missed tackles as bad, and then some feature engineering, which it looks like they're like some. I'm not exactly too sure what these numbers are. And then lots of data. That's true. There's a lot of data. Okay. And then it's tackler force. Oh, okay. Yes. Okay, so like it's I'm guessing something to do with like their weight and their speed or something. Physics. Okay. Thank you, Ghetto Bob. Something to do with physics. Then this next slide, which is titled Top Model Excel. Almost 9 features, better than 95% confidence with some p-values. All right. Larger values of NFL IDs are harder to tackle, young and fast. Okay. Carriers further down the field are harder to tackle. Weight is an advantage both for the tackler and also the ball carrier. Tackler is more successful when traveling the same direction as the ball. Too much tackler momentum is bad. Also, okay. Thank you, Ghetto Bob, for your first results. The quality here is alternative to what I think Ghetto Bob. Look at the significance, though. Okay. True.
It's nowhere near the scuttlebutt.
Okay. That's all right. Thank you, Ghetto Bob, for sharing your exploratory analysis. Really looking forward to literally anything next week. Jesus Christ. All right. Blockers this week, y'all. So I think this is, I guess someone wants to talk a little about, I guess, I don't know what this is, but Sam, do you want to talk about what's happening here? I don't know.
I can fill you in. So, last week we definitely decided that a union might be the best path for the workforce going forward, given the clock in non-payment issues. We're not getting access to resources like SAS. Just really workplace environment was unsafe and unprovided for. So we didn't feel like the four of us could start our own union, but we figured we could try to join another union. And I mean, the only union any of us could come up with outside of the NFL Players Association, which I did reach out to and found out you do actually have to play in the NFL, which was a bit of a bummer, was SAG and the Screen Actors Guild of America. So reached out to them, told them about the Twitch stream. Technically, we are on-screen talent. And so, started engaging them to join the union, which it was going well. But unfortunately, they determined that while we were doing this stream during the strike, we technically were crossing the picket line and became scabs. And so, they're not going to allow us to participate in their union. So we're kind of SOL at the moment. Looking for new unions. Trying to swing like the electrical workers of the U.S. There's some others we got in the works, but expect to hear from that union's lawyers at some later date, TBD.
Why did you make a union? Why did y'all try to join a union?
I mean, we went over our list of grievances. You got the list of grievances, right?
The yard
We've been doing this for 4 weeks. No SAS. We weren't getting paid. We were forced into unfair time entry practices.
Lawn pup is so fucking easy. Lawn pup is so easy.
Tell that to your workforce who 100% was not able to make it happen. None of us figured it out. GetObob just half figured it out, but he stayed logged in. He couldn't log himself out.
I still can't use my Chrome browser because of that. It's still like redirecting and redirecting again, taking away all my compute power.
And then Jordan quit his job, and then he's not getting paid. So he's been on the lam from his landlord, trying to hide from debtors. We haven't even heard from him. The only way we're gonna make progress here is unionizing for better working conditions.
Okay. All right. Well, I will be on the lookout for your I don't know. Well, since you aren't joining SAG-AFTRA because you have crossed the picket line, apparently on this stream, I will look for a message from them, I guess, later. Are interns union eligible? I guess we'll never know, but we do have results from the intern hiring. We do have results from the intern hiring. So for those who applied to be the intern, as seen in the image here, for those who applied to be the intern here, what you would be doing, apparently everyone put together the questionnaire. So here are the results that we'll share with everyone. The first question was, do you know how to code on a scale of 1 to 5? And most people said 1, with one other person saying 2. I don't know why you are even in this stream, but next question was, do you know football? Yet again, the vast majority of people put 1, 2, or 3. I don't even know what is 1 good or bad. I don't know. I'm the 4 people that said 5. The next question was, do you know how to operate a leaf blower? Which most people said yes to, it seems. So the third being, do you know how to change a diaper? And then yet again, most people know. Somehow, this chat is literally the opposite of everything I know. I know how to code. I know football. I don't know how to change a diaper or operate a leaf blower. But apparently also the most important question was just option 1, which I think was just really not a good question. Just like an errant quiz entry. And everyone got that one. They agreed on that one. But I think there was only one option. So here are the names of the people who applied. Jason Turn is in there. So is Send Feet Pics, spelled P-H-E-E-T. We also see 2 John Smiths. So congratulations to everyone who applied. To next week, we will be bringing on the intern who we're going to hire. Because apparently people need help and they're not going to get it from the union. Announcements. I think the first one goes to Sam. Sam.
Yeah, so just got a little video for you all. I'm just going to let Nick play this. I don't really have to say much other than what's in this video, but this is a special message for the High Divine Nation with what's recently been going on this past week with High Divine supply issues. So
Okay.
please take a listen, High Divine Nation.
Okay.
What's up, High Divine Nation? I come to you today to make a quick video to address the rumors about High Divine no longer being allowed in the US. First and foremost, what I want to tell you is that absolutely do not believe anything you hear about the FDA saying Hi-Fi is unsafe. Those are lies that the mainstream media and the Russian misinformation campaign are telling you. No, instead, I'm here to tell you the truth. And the truth is, Vladimir Putin does not want you to have Hi-Fi. Why? Because he's scared of how jacked and how teed up our team of data scientists in the West are going to become with HiDiVi. So I'm coming to you today with a little secret. My own homebrew HiDiVi. Now, this is not going to be the same quality as your premium HiDiVi straight from Moldova. You know, our goats aren't as good. Our dill isn't as fresh. But this will get you through, get you off those withdrawal symptoms, and get you back in the game. All right, now, I've already chopped up my ingredients here. I got a little dill, because what is HiDiVi without dill? So I'm going to put that into my goat's milk. Just like that. Yeah, that's the stuff. And of course, we need garlic because of garlic's amazing health benefits. I already got a little garlic chopped up here. So we'll get a little garlic in there. And now it comes down to the spice blend. Now, the spice blend I can't give away entirely, but I'll give you some of the key spices I've got in here. Got a little thyme. A little smashed up fenugreek. Now this is a special blend of cayenne and Chinese allspice and a little chili powder. Really kicks things up a notch. I like to put a little falafel spice in just for fun. And then a little coconut extract because you need a little flavor in your life, right? So I've got that all in here. Just gotta get that in there nice and good. Now, we want to mix and kind of muddle, right? We want to mix and muddle, mix and muddle. All right. Now, look at that. That's the HiDiVi color you're looking for. That looks delicious. Let me get you in here. Let me get you in here, HiDiVi Nation. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful. All right. Now, this is going to go in the microwave for 4 minutes. If I'm making a larger batch, I like to boil it on the stove for a little bit, get it nice and bubbly, and then when it's piping hot, I'm gonna serve it. I got one in the microwave right now. Let me go get it. Oh, all right. Piping hot HiDiVi, ready to go, ready to get my game on, ready to go do some big data bowl. Let's go. HiDiVi.
What the
I just hope that people take this knowledge and are able to get their HiDiVi fix until we get this supply chain issue figured out, which may take some time because, like I said, there's some powerful forces trying to keep you from your HiDiVi. So, take this, spread the knowledge, drink your goat's milk, and have the energy to get through the day. Just a man of the people trying to make sure that you have your HiDiVi fix. Also, look at our new ad campaign. Football, data science, and HiDiVi go together like peanut butter and jelly, baby.
I had some issue with EU regulations because they have that at the top of the list right after USB-C cables. So now I finally have the recipe to do it myself and have my own HiDiVi supply at home. So that's really nice.
That's good to hear, Tim. The team's going to be cooking now.
Well, okay, never mind. This seems great. Keep on going, y'all. HiDiVi Nation. I never want to turn my back on those willing to drink whatever that was. An announcement from my side is the office realignment. So I wanted to just let you all know about office realignment. Y'all. So wanted to just note a couple things. First, we know that the Big Data Bowl, when we make it to the finals, the Big Data Bowl is hosted at the NFL Combine. And every year, the NFL Combine is in the same place, which is Lucas Oil Stadium in Indianapolis, home of the Colts. So my thought is, since everyone wants all these things like SaaS and database infrastructure and an intern, and I don't know what else you guys have been asking. Union membership. Since everyone wants all these things, I've decided that it's probably best for all of us to return to work. So I looked up, I mean, we're going to be in the finals anyway. So it makes sense for us to just relocate to Indianapolis. And I found a pretty nice deal on an Airbnb in Indianapolis. It's about 2 blocks away from Lucas Oil Stadium. Lots of beds, lots of workspace. It's $75 a night. I'm just gonna have y'all there all the way through until the Big Dateable finals. So here's some pictures of what the place looks like. There's air conditioning units. It is the winter, so you might not even need this. Some sleeping arrangements. So the idea that y'all, it's like work and play, you know? So you work here, you play, work, play, live. So we're gonna relocate everyone to Indianapolis soon. So I believe the move will happen on December 1st. So just in time for the new intern to onboard and then ultimately help y'all move out. So the people who are closer, like Sam, we can move you over to Indianapolis pretty easy. And then for those people like Tim, our intern will probably just meet you at the airport, and then we can move you in then. So can I tell Jordan he has a full-time gig again? Well, he'll have a place to stay up into the Big Dateable finals, and then ultimately we'll have to I'm not going to pay for the Airbnb anymore, you know. So any thoughts there, y'all? Everyone excited?
So I just looked it up, and I think my commute is gonna be like a little bit crazy for that. Like it's like 18 hours per way, so it's a little bit hard to like get all my stuff here done in Switzerland while living in Indianapolis. So
No, but we're relocating everyone. You're just gonna have to do everything like you'll do school remote and everything, you know. So we're just gonna move you.
okay, and who's gonna pay the flight?
I mean, like you can expense the flight. Just put it in an expense report. I mean, I have a good amount of money since no one is getting paid right now because no one's filling out the timesheets. So
Yeah, I
Can I
might
call
need
dibs
some
on that bed?
yeah. No one has
All
yet.
right, I'm
so.
calling dibs. That's a pretty nice looking spot. Now, I noticed it says 16 plus guests. So a few questions. One, does that mean everybody who applied gets to become an intern? Because my math says 4 big Dateable teammates plus you plus 11 responses to the intern sheet. That means we're getting 11 interns, right?
Oh, one, we're only gonna get one, and two, I'm not moving in.
Ah,
I'm I'm I have a completely different place I'm living. I don't live with I would never live here. Um, but it's exactly what we need as a team.
I'm kind of with Sam. It's like a big dateable team, so we need to be a very big team to get all the work done.
But like the big data, we don't even have we're already down like we don't even know if like Ghetto Bob is real, you know? Like Data Dude has no job. And like this team is, I don't know if like interns is really what we need. What we really need is just everyone to get into like the same room for a long time and figure out the Big Data Bowl, you know?
Tim, what I'm hearing is Nick's not going to be there. It's just going to be us. When when the cat is away, the mice will play. And so, we can talk about it offline, but I think we can find a few extra interns. Maybe 2, maybe 11. Who knows? We'll get them running that place spotless. We can have a house cleaning intern. We can have a food prep intern. It's going to be awesome.
You're gonna bring the hideaway, I'm gonna bring the beer, and everything else is sorted, right?
Exactly. Can we get a team dog?
I think that would fit that condo really well.
No. Well, who's gonna pay for the dog?
Isn't it included in the
We'll
cleaning
just get
fee?
we'll just get a street dog. We'll just get a stray.
That's okay. That sounds
Like the office dog is an essential perk of the modern workplace. We need an office dog. Don't worry, we'll find one. As long as the Airbnb is good with pets, we might get a dog or two.
Ghetto Bob is asking if can it be a goat herding dog?
That's a great idea. We might also need a goat.
Action items for this Forsaken week. I think continuing to improve upon our expected yards model, our tackle probability model, which that looks fantastic. Great work on that, Sam. And ultimately, we got to hire an intern. Looking forward to next week. Next week, I will be streaming from a beach. It'll be good. It'll be exciting. And then I believe next week, I think a couple of you are moving in to the Indianapolis office location. So it'll be very good. Right?
And
right?
I can't wait.
Yeah, Sam.
How big's the yard?
I'm going to have to get back to you on that one.
All right. If there's a yard, we definitely need a yard work intern because this was my third straight week. Nobody showed up to help. Raking leaves like a chump. Not doing it again. So let's make sure we don't have a yard. I might have to salt the yard if they have one, and just make it barren earth so that we don't have to worry about that. It's a big team distraction, and we don't need that in Indianapolis. You know what they say? What happens in Indy stays in Indy. Can't wait to be there.
Yeah, Tim, I hear that there's a saying for this.
You're getting me on the wrong foot.
Okay. All right. Well, good job this week, y'all. I will let you know about SAG-AFTRA. Yes, please drink High Divide responsibly.
And by responsibly, he means every day.
Yes. Or no, actually, whatever it says on the, don't tell me.
All right. See you in Indy, Tim.
See you in Indy.
Okay, bye, guys. Thank you. Bye, guys. I have one teammate who wants to sell a goat milk drink. I have another team member who doesn't know football. I have one who I thought was really good, and his first model was all in Excel. And I have another member who no one's heard from for the last 2 weeks because he quit his job thinking this was a job. At this point, chat, I don't even know if we're gonna have a big dateable entry.
Winton.
Thank you, Winton.